we'll start with the recap. Last time, mimics and mockery, the party crew of Sable and Max, they started their session. Okay. Speak.
Yeah, let's speak up a little bit. I want to make sure that they can all hear us.
Last time they started the session with in the tavern where they met the bartender Gaz, who Sable hates with a burning passion, even though Gaz has nothing against her. Just, has her best interests out for him.
He's a wet blanket.
He's a wet blanket that served you an egg.
I literally, in my notes, I just have Gaz, asshole.
No.
I've just changed it to session 3.
Yes. And then Max had a conversation with Gaz where he's looking for a book, so we'll see if that book pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of the session, everyone revealed that they had leveled up and finished all that up. And then from there, you guys went to investigate on separate paths. One of you went to investigate glasses. On your both of you went to investigate glasses. On your way, you witnessed an assassination attempt, or what appeared to be an assassination attempt, on Enigma Adder, where you two immediately split up. One of you went onto the stage and found an invisible man, who later found out is Enigma's brother, Sigma. And then we had Max, who immediately ran into the building across the street, where he found the culprit and assumed murderer of Mr. Plumbelt, a gnoll, who proceeded to get away after beating you nearly to death.
I held my own.
You held your own at 1 HP for quite a while.
I said I held my own.
You held your own. Yeah. From there, Max was taken to the emergency clinic that was across the street. And you, in your emergency room little thing, you found the invisible figure, which was revealed to be Enigma's brother. So that is kind of where we left off. Was you guys? No, you returned.
We went back to the. I'm going back to the tavern, and she's going to see Miss. I'm actually chilling out for a minute. Yeah. She's going to see Miss Smiles.
Yes, that's
yep. I was just heading back to the Mithril Tap.
You were heading back to
assuming that because I was told that she would find me.
And
so
she knows the bartenders.
So I'm heading back to the Mithril Tap. We're gonna go hang out with Gaz some more because I think he's the one working still.
Yes.
We're gonna wait for Mrs. Smiles.
Yes, wait for Mrs. Smiles. And one complete side note, Sable proceeded to make a whole bunch of kobolds who make glasses custom.
Yes.
Or custom glasses. Make him very, very paranoid.
Yes. And I went back there myself, and I got myself a pair while also uncovering more information about the gnoll, if possible, if it is allegedly to him. Yeah. Got myself a nice little pair of green glasses. Circular. And spectacles.
But upon returning to the Mithril Tap, you met with the friendly face of Gaz, who was just sitting there wiping the glasses and polishing glasses, as he usually does in the morning shifts. Morning shifts. Slow shifts.
I'm just gonna walk in, sit down, and be like, "Don't bother me tonight, Gaz. I'm on business, so I don't eat any of whatever you're serving."
Okay. Nothing what you're serving, or nothing I'm serving?
Well,
you have no requests for drinks as you usually do?
Well, that wasn't what I said. That wasn't what I meant. I meant your usual attitude. You're more than welcome to still pour me a drink.
Understood.
So you gonna give me a drink, or?
Yeah, what would you like?
My usual.
Your usual.
Bottom shelf wine, please.
Bottom shelf wine, okay. Proceeds to pour you a 9-ounce glass of bottom shelf wine. Good job, Tom.
It does. I'm gonna sit there, sip my wine, wait for Mrs. Smiles.
Yes. And you're going with
I went to the. This was happening while I was doing the glasses. Was
Wow.
what? Well, I
Yes,
went to
while you
go
went
get
to
my
do it.
glasses back to the same place. You said we were going to pick up with Miss Miles, who's doing her own thing.
Yeah.
With or excuse me, Sable's thing with Miss Miles.
Right.
If you want me to do something, then I have something in mind. But I thought I was trying to make it fair on each cut.
It does take quite a while before Mrs. Smiles actually does find the mithril tap and meets you at the bar.
So am I like still on the same glass, or I'm like a few glasses in?
I would say you just finished this class. Yeah, you just finished this class when the gnomish feet come down the little hallway, just like can't even see her over the bar, and then she has to like hop up into one of the stools and everything and sits next to you. It's like, well, where's the other one?
Oh, he's running some errands. He'll be by a little bit. I mean, he's got to come back at some point.
Right, right. Well, I believe I have a job for, well, you did say you're a package deal, so I have a job for the two of you.
Oh,
Yes. I need you to act as a little bit of guard while I hold a little art show. It's a little impromptu.
um, okay. So you just need like some bodyguards, some security.
Security. It's gonna be some rather rich and luxurious folk as a very famous artist in which you'll recognize the name of Won't Lemon Fauch.
Won't lemon pouch?
Lemon Fauch.
Definitely spelling that wrong, but close enough. Oh well, he is quite renowned in these parts.
Yes, he's a very famous sculptor, and at the end of the party, he wishes to make a sculpture of me as well in my likeness.
Oh,
Yes.
well, aren't you just the lucky duckling?
I know, right? Don't really care for it, but he he chose my homestead to host his art show. Well, I believe I will entertain him.
What did I want to ask Miss Smiles again? I forget why I was going to talk to her in the first place.
More information about our benefit or from the book.
Oh right, because we got
So like the journal,
the blueberry. Was I going to ask her about blueberry cookies?
you were going to ask about any sort of deliveries and everything that could be possible from the baker. Anything because she knew him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure that we can definitely accommodate that. I'm sure Max loves, looking all strong in the front and keeping them bad guys away.
You're really struggling with that.
I don't understand why he does what he does. I much prefer intermingling and rubbing elbows with them and, just chatting, hanging out with people.
Right.
He'd more prefer standing in a corner being quiet.
There's a certain charm to that.
Well then, perhaps since we'll be doing this little favor for you, you can do a little favor for me. I got a couple more questions about our mutual deceased friend.
Okay. I believe I could do that. I can entertain that.
Fantastic. Ooh, could I buy you a drink to start off with? Gaz makes the absolute best cocktails, don't you, Gaz?
Yes, I do. Design the menu myself.
He's just a sweetheart, just absolute charmer.
I think I'll pass. It's a little early for me.
Oh, looks at my empty glass, just saying.
Yeah, what time of day is it anyway? Or night?
Time to night.
What time? What time is it?
It is roughly going on about, let's say, about 3 p.m.
Okay. Had a busy morning.
Well, you see, we just came across a couple of notes that we believe were from Mr. Plumbelt about some recipes. So I was just wondering if you had gotten any other like special deliveries from him. I know he provided some items for some of your parties, but did you ever, I'm sure you're aware he had his little side business going of his special recipes?
He made mention of it, but I didn't really pry into his business life.
So you never ordered any from him, or happened to have any of his deliveries come through your establishments?
Nothing of the. Well, I don't know why I'm being secretive in an establishment like this. Nothing of the illegal sort.
Okay. Okay.
I kept my relationship very professional with them. I didn't order anything illegal.
Gotcha. So you're pretty, straight tie then. Don't really tend to partake in the darker uh, pleasantries.
Well, it depends on what field we're talking. Drugs and food? No, not really.
Oh. Care to
Incriminate myself? No. If you don't know, then you don't know.
fair, that's fine. I mean, I was mostly just asking about, the creepy little furs that you have everywhere, considering being a furred individual myself, it's a little questionable, but
Whatever helps you sleep.
I knew I liked you in some weird, twisted way. Okay. So you never had, so he never made you any, like, cookies, blueberry cookies, or told you about any blueberry cookies?
He's made me see some blueberry cookies, but there was nothing illegal in them. There's nothing of altered source.
Are you sure?
I'd be very alarmed if they were.
Well, never know. Um,
Just hear him kind of like look down. It's like, did he drug me?
Would you know?
one last question, then I'll let you get out on your way, and I'll let Maxie know. Unless you want to hang around for Maxie, I'm sure he'll be back in a little bit.
I can hang around with Maxie.
All right, fantastic. Be sure to call him that too. He absolutely loves it.
Okay. It's going to anyway.
Oh, okay. But just a quick question: do you happen to know anybody by the name of Mason Knox?
Some nuts.
You don't know that.
I thought you told me that.
No, I just said I couldn't find the book that I was looking for.
Never mind.
We have a list of other names from other families that need importance, but that's just more for me.
Yeah, I was like, I have other names. Like, I have the names of the other families, but we know what those are.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I need a code book. Oh, this guy took it. I wouldn't have been like, that's important to you, because you didn't seem like you liked the whole code thing. That's why I was just.
I don't really care. But I'm really good at finding people. But that's all right. You didn't tell me, so
I didn't tell you. I
never
was just like,
scratch that from the record.
if I did, I
I
apologize.
I think I
Objection, hearsay, never happened.
Hearsay.
I think I ate a cupcake recently.
I was like, hold on, I got a couple of these in my bag.
Now, when we're gonna redact something, we're just gonna say cupcake.
Cupcake.
2 cupcakes, please.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll just sit here and chat with Mrs. Smiles. And I'm just fascinated with your lifestyle, and truly I am. I would love to either eventually be able to be in your position one day, or have somebody within that position. Yes.
I understand. It's took quite a while. I don't know if it's, and she looks you up and down. I was like, I don't know if it's within your lifespan. I've been around the blocks quite.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I guess it's not really a common thing. I wouldn't be able to go down to the casino and find me a. What do you call yourself?
A sugar mom.
I wouldn't be able to go down and find me a sugar mama.
I mean, it's very, you can certainly try. Just my sort, little rare.
All right. Well, I plan on going down to the casino. So, do you partake?
I do partake a little.
We should go together. Have a little bit of girl time. I'll drag Maxie along.
Make a persuasion check.
I don't want to be girl time.
Okay, wait, but I have a decent persuasion. Hang on.
Try to save it. Come on.
Persuasion. 6. I rolled a 2.
I think I'll abstain from that.
Alright, well, just let me know if you change your mind. I think we would get along great. I think we would have a great time together. I can be quite a joy.
I think you gotta earn my trust a little.
I haven't already. I am hurt, Miss Smiles. I thought we were best friends.
I mean, upon first meeting you, you kidnapped me.
That was him.
Didn't stop him.
Do I look large enough to be able to stop my brother?
Yes.
You men have highly misjudged my strength.
You forget he's a string bean.
I am
Yeah, I forget.
lean machine. That is what I he's like pure definition of just like that's there he is.
There he is.
He's not hiding. Like I could probably lean up against a pole and hide.
I also have the strength of 6.
That's more fair. Like yeah.
So
It's just like I got all muscle, you got no
dainty.
muscle. Got it.
Yes, I am dainty.
Fair.
Just well, trust me, darling. He may look all like thin and lean, but he is significantly stronger than me. He is deceivingly well endowed.
Well,
Lean.
now, you've got me curious where I shouldn't be curious. So,
Should always be curious. It's curiosity to kill a cat.
That'd be weird.
well, when Maxie gets here, we can discuss payment. How
Oh.
much? What your rates are?
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. We need rates.
We kind of just been doing job to job, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
we kinda
we never there's only like a couple jobs I've ever had twice, I feel like.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we probably I
Mostly
feel like
just work for food.
I think considering the fact that we are now guarding a prestigious art gallery, I think we would probably ask for a bit more given the circumstance. That's just like Max just thinking off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's all Sable, because Sable's the talker when it comes to rates. So
Yeah.
Max just cares about eating, and if he has enough to buy the next book, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's all you, Sabe. So
All right. Well, I will figure out money then when you come round.
oh, making it my problem. Okay. I think this is part of the conversation right now, Sable. That's the thing.
But pausing on this conversation, while is there anything you would like to do before returning to the mithril tap? Your glasses have been.
I got my new glasses. I basically know for a fact the glasses that have been fixed are 99% sure from the same guy. There's not a doubt in my mind about that. The only thing I think been carried awry that I didn't go over, which is fine, and beyond that point now I can make my own assumptions. I don't think that I personally would have anywhere else to go at the moment. I think Max is probably like he just got hurt and he's just like he's fine now, but he's definitely like I should probably go back. There's a lot of crap going on today. Should probably go back to the Mithril Tap. I feel like on his way back he keeps playing the same scenario in his head about from the same thing, like as if it was him reading a book, like he just like everything that just happened with him, not with the kobolds, not with him talking, with him with the null fighting him, every moment, every beat, and like about what he could do differently, what he did wrong, and like all his words that were hanging on it. I feel like that would be something that he would pull it and then almost like as if pull out the little book, read a little bit, and then put it down. He just kind of walk. Like I don't know how long of a walk it is, but however amount it is, that's probably what he's doing. Is he just walks.
So you're You're probably muttering to yourself when
Yeah.
you actually walk into the door of the Mithril.
Most likely, yeah. And TCG Cast just rated us with a party of 4. He brought 4 people with us. Hello.
What?
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
That's my big bro. One of my big step bro, Spencer. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for bringing the crowd. It's me, Spencer.
As you return to the Mithril Tap, you're probably just muttering to yourself as Miss Smiles and Sable are having a little small chat and drink.
More vacant to himself,
Yeah.
just thinking of words, like the words that he's read in his book, and just kind of relating them to other things.
As I see him coming through, just Maxie,
yes,
over
Maxie.
here. Look, we got a friend. She came to see you.
Oh, hello, Miss Smiles, as starts walking over to be polite.
Maxie.
Did Sable ask you all the questions that we talked about?
I believe so. I'll be honest. Just kind of like look over at the glass of wine and be like, yeah, the ones I can remember.
It's what? Okay.
She did have a job for us, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, really more a job for you, but I guess I'll be tagging along because, joint pair and all.
I don't like. I already said I'm not.
No, not that type of job. More bodyguarding.
Okay.
I'm presenting fine arts as a sculpture known as Walt Limentosh as my homestead, and I would like you to kind of guard and act as security.
Don't you have security at your home?
Yes, but with so many people coming through, I believe the security would need some little bit of increase.
All right.
Besides, none of her security are nearly as cute as we are.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Rather expensive names in my homestead.
Well, that's kind of you to think of us. When is it?
This would be tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Not tonight. Certainly not.
That's a little short notice, I was about to say.
Well, I don't think we have anything else going on.
I'd like to rest as I read and show my probably bandaged hole.
Oh.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I know I'm fine, but I don't want to reopen. I got shot point blank. I at least deserve a proper rest, not just in a hospital bed while you trying to plug drugs into me.
I did not such thing.
You tried.
I mean, I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, see, you're fine.
I'm fine. I also don't feel like, is it okay given our atmosphere that we are in that company?
I believe I can make something work. You're easy to dress up. I can dress you up.
Yeah, that makes him get to dress up. I gotta get to go to a real popular rich people party.
That's work.
Yes.
Sable.
Oh, yeah, but still.
Please do not con my guests.
I had no such idea.
We'll make sure she doesn't harm any guests. Yeah. I'm sure Sable discussed our rates on some level.
Actually, we haven't discussed them yet.
I
was
just wanted to
waiting for you.
want to make sure to run them past you.
And what are your starting rates for the guards you currently have?
Gods currently have roughly about maybe 50 gold an hour.
And how long is this event?
Probably about 2 hours. If you want to stay a little bit longer for the sculpture, that'd be about 3, 4.
Given the fact that you are asking for outside sources and you're a little bit desperate, I think that should be fine. If you
Well, I mean,
dress us up.
that would be fine for the standard security guard. But seeing as we have certain special skills,
She's going to pay to get us cleaned up.
She's gonna pay to get you cleaned up.
This is why I don't deal with this.
How about 75 an hour?
Deal.
Fantastic. See, Maxie?
They just kind
But if Sable asked all the right questions, then appreciate you being here and coming to our hole in the ground,
Quite literally.
non-figurative.
It's only my third time here.
I mean, it's like a little dugout. We even have our own personal in-house rat. Gesture over to
Yes.
Daz. Yes.
me to the man.
Smiles,
We're trying to.
He smiles and literally looks at Gaz. And Gaz is just like polishing glasses, pauses, looks, and goes, "Ma'am," and just goes right back to him. He's like, "I remember when Porcelain was behind the bar. That was a fun time."
Hey, Porcelain used to bartend here?
Yes, this is where Porcelain, as far as I'm aware, started.
Well, I didn't realize that she was behind the bar. I figured she had more pressing matters to attend to. I haven't personally met her yet, so.
Again, this was years ago.
Yeah.
Close to a century now.
Oh, goodness.
Miss Miles, I have another question for you. We have many names that were probably thrown at you this evening, but do you wouldn't by chance recognize the name Mason Knox, would you?
I was gonna ask it anyway, whether it be to Smiles or Gaz. That one of those two were gonna get it.
Mason Knox. Mason Knox.
It's not really a lead, it's just more of a name that I hope we're not causing trouble if we went looking for him.
Don't recall a Mason Knox. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Can't know everybody.
So we
I tried.
gathered that gnolls are typically from the desert, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Sorry, Miss Smiles, I just remembered something I forgot to ask about you. I forgot to ask you earlier. While we still got you here, you seem to be at the very least, if not well traveled, you tend to get a lot of individuals from all over to your establishment or trading with individuals from all over.
True.
Have you ever had to do any trading or interaction with any of the desert folk, specifically the more like canine
Knowles.
them?
Trading with a gnoll.
How about let's just be straight? Have you ever met a Knoll?
I've met a gnoll before.
Have you met a Knoll recently?
No, not recently.
Have you met one that would just be me in Knoll version?
No.
A bit dingy looking, rough.
I mean, the gnoll that I met quite a long time ago, sure, but no, not
Alright.
recently.
Okay.
No.
Well, he's on the list for
If you're interested in gnolls or any desert folk,
well, because there was an assassination attempt earlier today, and we believe that he was behind Mr. Plumbelt's death. Given that you are,
you might want to take that
close
to
to the victim.
guard.
We may. He tried to shoot Mr. Enigma out in broad daylight.
Mr. Enigma?
Doctor.
Doctor?
That's quite ballsy of him. Broad
Yeah.
daylight.
Yeah. He's
Well, I didn't even
I
see
can't tell
where
if he's a good shot or a bad shot anymore.
I mean, I didn't even see where he came from. Somehow Maxie saw where the arrow came from across the street.
This is why I need him as a guard. He's got clearly good eyesight. But no, I haven't run into gnolls recently. And as far as dealing with any of the desert folk, most common place to run into, well, two common places to run into would be either by the docks, as help hands for the north, or the dock ward, or the southern gates where they would commonly come from the south.
Do you think any? We are alleged to believe that some of the other families might have been involved, but we don't know.
Yeah, it sounds.
Possibly.
We have a couple of family names that we have to look into, but the problem is that we can't just. You got Knowles.
Well, no, Maxie, there was specifically there was a family that we saw in the book that we found that were asking for specific ingredients that also is the
We
family.
have every family was in that book who asked for things. We have like 4 different families.
But doesn't it say like specifically the Kane clan asked for specific ingredients?
Yes.
Yeah, so they all ordered stuff.
The King clan is from the docks, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably where we're gonna go next, but the whole thing is that we still don't have we're just the only thing I have like one option and that's it. I have like one thing we can do and I don't think it's gonna work out.
No, but I was thinking because we're planning on going hitting some of my me going and doing my thing at
I
the
probably will be joining you.
the clubs and all of that, but I could possibly figure out if there's a specific club that the dock hands frequent to kind of wiggle my way in and get some information that way.
Mm-hmm.
Try and sneaky get some information rather than
Yeah.
brute way.
I could see about the families are tightly knit. I could see about getting a message sent to some lower ranks and possibly getting them to meet up, but it would just be a shakedown and cause more issues. That's about all I can offer.
Well, then why don't later tonight, once the clubs start to open up a little bit later, you and I will go by some of the frequent things, try and find somebody in that family. We should probably let the doctor know what we're doing, though, just
Yeah,
in case if we're going to be going shaking down members of another family.
I think this is more of a discussion between us, not in front of Miss Smiles.
Oh, please. She's practically family now.
But Miss Smiles, do you know anything about the Kane clan besides them running the docks? We don't know much else. They're major importers.
The only thing, like you said, is the importations, and this is they are typically the ones I get my finer trades from.
So you deal with them directly, usually?
Not usually directly, but I've never met. I don't think I've met with one on one. It's more of a written through letter, and then I get packages.
Who do you send that to?
Who do I send it to?
Who do
I
you
give it
send
to
requests
I give it to
to?
my butler.
Okay, but he just.
He just hands off the letter to who he knows.
All right.
I never really ask.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I think that's all we can ask from you, Miss Smiles. When do we need to meet you, or at any point
Let's
to
say
clean up?
You're probably going to be a bit extensive. So let's say 3:30. So around this time.
All right. At your abode.
Yes. And with that, I believe I'm gonna head out. Leave you to dwell some things over, figure something out.
See you tomorrow, Miss Smiles.
See you tomorrow.
If you change your mind, we'll be around. Come hang out.
Okay. Just slides out the door and hops off the step.
What a batty old bitch. Listen, she is so hard to get shit out of and talk to. I know. I much prefer the drunks and criminals.
Well, it's your turn to decide where to go.
I don't think any of my establishments are open quite yet. So, Gaz, darling,
Yes.
do you know when the doctor's gonna be back in tonight?
I have no clue.
When does the first casino open, or where you wish to go?
First casino open.
Well, I would know when the casino
Yeah.
opens.
First casino.
know when the casino opens.
It'll be open a little bit. It won't be open, or it'll be open soon. It's just it won't have a high amount of traffic.
Right. And do I know if there are any clubs or casinos or underground dwellings that the dockhands tend to frequent, or specifically members of the Kane clan.
Make from memory, make an either history or survival check. Either one. Kind of weird, but self history and urban survival.
Oh, hey, I got decent survival. Okay. Why?
Because your dice hate you.
Seriously, 8.
That's the same dice you used
8?
last week.
No,
Oh. I was about to say, because they weren't hurt. They were hurting you last time.
no, all my dice just hurt me.
But
If I don't know, I'm asking Gaz.
yeah, you don't know any clubs that the dockhands would frequent. At least not off the top of your head. Right?
Well, Gaz, maybe you can be useful for once.
What's that?
Well,
Sitting with my book open right now. Just listening.
I need to go and, I got a specific taste for a specific kind of meat tonight, if you catch my drift. Looking for something a little salty, a little briny. Do you happen to know where I could find that?
If you're looking for fish, probably the fish market.
Come on, Gaz, pick up what I'm putting down.
Cave Clan meetups.
Kane clan.
So, for the Kane clan, and at least where the dockhands would primarily lie, it'd probably be the Marrow.
Marrow?
Marrow.
Marrow, like bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
Gotcha.
The Marrow Casino.
Do I know where that is?
You do not. This is the first for you.
That's a new one for me. Care to fill me in a little bit? Don't think I've ever been there.
So the Marrow Casino, it's actually going to be right the only point in which the Ghost Ward and the Dock Ward meet. One street and one corner. It's where all the there's like 4 different wards that meet in all one point.
Okay.
At the intersection of Ghost and Dock.
Ghost and Dock. It's right there. And it's in a small building. Very small building. You'll know what it looks like when you get there, as it doesn't look like the rest.
Well, start. When do they open?
They see the dockhands usually work through the night and the midday or the early morning,
So,
so
now.
it should be open now and closing soon.
Well,
Oh. Well,
peak hours. Let's go.
off we go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. If you see the doctor, just let him know that we went down to the dock and
And we got a job for Miss Smiles. You're
No,
probably going to relay that anyway.
He doesn't care about that.
No, but Doctor might.
Yes.
Whatever.
I will relay the information.
Just let him know that we're continuing our investigation
Any
in the Marrow Casino.
and anything about a book waiting on me? Anything?
Not yet.
You guys are usually quick about that.
Yeah,
I know it's only been a few hours. I just didn't know if there was any word of it, just because usually you guys give me a no straight off if it's just like ain't happening soon.
I haven't had quite enough time to step out and contact my.
That's fine. I know. Busy man. I understand.
This should be by soon.
Serving drinks.
Certain drinks.
Before we head out, I'm gonna real quickly run to our room and put on my clubbing outfit.
Clubbing?
Oh, come on, you cannot tell me Sable does not have a specific, like...
I thought that was just what you wear. Like
Well,
normally.
when she's working, she likes to tone it down a little bit. Like, it's
Okay.
still skimpy, but it's toned down.
Okay.
This is like the glitz and glam, like she's trying to get the attention on her.
Gotcha. I'm gonna probably go grab my dark clothes then that I get from my thieves.
Dark.
Just go, like, fluff up, take a little bit of, like, purple powder and, like, just kind of rub it into the fur.
Are my clothes bloody?
There's some blood on them, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hide that or get that off. I don't know. Or get a Tide stick or something.
Sorry. Like a little
Is there
patch
any
or-
presentation, like quick? There's got to be like a brand for that.
There's
these prestidigitation,
There's
little sticks, like little.
there's little kids that fruit shine and use prestidigitation.
That sounds adorable, and I love it. Please, sir, can I shine your clothes?
Can I shine your clothes?
I can make you smell spick and span, smell and look, and whatever you want.
Look, you smell like roses.
Little sorcerers hanging around.
Sorcerer's Club.
Sorry, little. That's how you get information with the kids.
Sorcerer Scouts.
Sorcerer Scouts. I love it.
Okay, also question.
That's canon. I
Have
don't
we
care what you say.
have not taken a long rest, but have we taken a short rest since the last session?
I have, whether I wanted to or not.
Right.
Yeah, you have not. Yeah.
I have not, so me like sitting and hanging out with Smiles waiting for him to get back wouldn't have been a short rest.
No, because you were actively trying to get information and you were drinking.
Would her taking a short rest would cause the patrons to pretty much be gone by the time we get to the club?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You also got a long rest because of the doctor.
yeah, I know I'm set, but not her.
I forgot that I'd used all my spells. That's alright, that's alright. I will use my charms and my wits. Yep. That's what we got.
It does take some finding as you guys are walking through the high line streets with the towers kind of flanking either side of the roads, way above your heads. And there's a few large trees that kind of grow in random areas across the streets that kind of canopy and encompass the entire road in various areas, causing some shade to let down and shine down, along with some park benches around them. And this is where you would find typically the sorcerer scouts who polish and just clean clothes for random coin. Maybe like
I need to clean up.
you clean up.
Just realized as I flick a gold coin.
Look at gold coin. Oh, he's like, you give him a gold coin. He's like, all right.
I need not just get rid of the dirt and the grime and the blood.
Just prestidigitation, everything. You're clean. You're like, you look like you took a fresh bath. He even does like a little mage hand and ties your hair back for you a little bit more appropriate. Everything's like gold coin. You get the full service. Thank you for your patronage.
I'm good.
No, just I'm good, thanks.
Of course. Make a perception check.
Not those dice. Just
Also,
slow.
a quick question: would these kids kind of have their own kind of way of around the town kind of thing? Would they be the ones to kind of hey, keep an eye out, or if I gave them something kind of thing, or they seem more because they're scouts? Do they seem more we're just here, we're just helping people out? It's fine.
Yeah, they're kind of there to help people out with random
Then never
help the old ladies around across the street.
Of course.
13.
13. Okay.
That's the highest I rolled today.
I have yet to roll. I'm just saying in general. That's not no fault of yours or mine. It's just the way it's been.
On the way to the Mero Casino, you are walking by all these flanked buildings. You eventually get to the corner where the ghost wards of the old city of Narsolante meets the North Ward, the Dock Ward, and the triangle is where? Oh, on my map it's a triangle. So this is 3 points that kind of meet there. And then you have that little corner where all of them meet, and you see amongst all these tall buildings of old construction, new construction, and some kind of mid-century constructions, there is a tiny shack right there on the street corner. Not even flush with the rest of the buildings. There's what looks like a door or a 5 foot by 5 foot little house with just a single door up front. No windows.
That's a small place for the whole dock workers.
It's,
Probably a front.
probably. I mean, our establishment is in the sewer.
I go up to the door.
Go up to the door.
I just like kind of push past him. Just
Push. Make a perception check.
That's not hot. First roll ain't hot. That is a very lovely
8.
8.
Well, fortunately for you, this is not something that is hard to notice, but you swear you got the faintest. You can't tell its origin, but you got the faintest smell of shit.
The faintest waft of fecal matter.
Of fecal matter. Can't tell its origins.
Oh, that's good. But you know how like there's like when it's like, is it horse shit? Is it man shit? Is it like rough or just stank?
It's just stank.
It's just stank.
It's just stank.
Okay. Well,
knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door.
Yep.
Eventually, it takes quite a while. There's just a little slit that wasn't there before. Just kind of pop out and slide over. It's like
cartoon style, just adds the slit. Removes the slit.
how can I help you?
Well, howdy there.
Howdy.
We're just trying to catch the tail end of the hours of the establishment being open. We're trying to come into the casino, try our luck. Got a little coin to spend.
Trying your luck. Found the right place. Shuts the thing, opens it, and upon opening it, you can see inside what looks like a space that does not fit within the shack at all. This massive hallway lays in front of you with numerous doors going off the side.
Whom or what opened the door?
So the man that opened the door is just a casual, bearded-looking human. He looks like he would properly work on the dock. Little bandana, little pirate and bandit looking.
Okay. I proceed to just nod and start walking.
In.
Just as I walk in, just like, well, thank you, darling. Just take the tail underneath the chin.
He just closes the door and is like,
I'm allergic.
Alright.
I'm allergic.
Alright.
Does it still smell like shit in here?
a little.
A little?
A little.
It's
Got that Dockman VO.
It's tis the sea.
Tis the sea.
Alright, I'm
Tis the
immediately
smell of the grind in the ocean.
looking around to see who are the high rollers.
I thought we
Who
were.
the
I thought we were just moving into the room. I thought
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was like a long hallway.
Yeah, it's a long
Oh,
hall.
I thought we were
multiple
in-
doors.
oh,
on the
okay,
side,
gotcha,
And then
gotcha.
it
Thought we were-
opens up to like huge foyer, like later down in.
Gotcha.
Are any of the doors open?
None of the doors are open. Actually.
Okay. Are they labeled or are they just doors?
They're just doors. They're not
Okay,
actually-
that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not
they're
gonna
all
try
not
any of them.
labeled.
I'm just gonna keep moving
Okay.
until someone says otherwise. I'm gonna go move down the hall.
You go down the hall, and then at the end of the hall, you basically end up looking upwards as you see there is what looks like a 7-story like structure on the inside of this that is all like purples and this bright cyan blue filigree that kind of labels all the purple rugs and tapestries along these like bright white walls and everything. This place in the establishment looks very clean for the type of people that are here. Yeah, there's quite a few dockhand workers. You can obviously look at it and be like, yeah, you're a blue collar working man. You're not here to dress up. You're here to just
Here just
try your
to
luck.
get relaxed and unwind and with some gambling and stuff.
You can
Okay.
see, because you're looking for the high rollers, make a
Mhm.
perception check.
What the fuck? Why am I rolling like a 6?
Like a 6, you're looking around and you can't really find a location There's like a lot going on here. You can't really find a location amongst all the little cigar smoke and that kind of floats around the atmosphere of where the high rollers would be at. You do find the faintest smell of poop and fecal matter, though. Once again, can't tell its source.
Okay. I guess with that short roll, would I at the very least be able to see, one, if there's a bar, two, if there are any working girls?
Any working girls or bar? You can easily find a bar with a large crowd that's just kind of like circled around it and just drinking. Working girls, actually a little hard to come by.
But, like, there's few and far between, or there's none?
You don't see any.
Do I see any women?
You do see women. You just don't see any working girls.
Gotcha.
That's not the kind of place, or at least not here. I don't know. I'm going to. Is there a place I can park it where I'm not like just sticking out like a sore thumb, but I can survey?
Oh, this is your environment. In fact, if the little kid didn't clean you up, you would.
Oh, I'm fine already.
Oh, yeah, you're fine already.
I'm not saying I don't. Okay, so sticking out. I meant also because weird because I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb in the sense of like I'm watching you, because I'm observing. I'm not like trying to look like I'm counting cards or anything, but I most certainly am not. I'm not here to gamble.
Right.
I'm here to. I wish to find a place to kind of perch that's a little nonchalant, that I can observe the goings on of at least of a few tables and everything. Right.
Make a perception check.
18.
18.
18.
It takes a little bit of scanning, but you do end up finding like a little area that's slightly crowded. It's like, you know what? This little crowded area and everything. Doesn't look like any of them are just gambling. They're just kind of having conversations, not with each other, just general chit chat. So it's like, seems like a perfect place to just kind of post up. It's where like everyone that's not gambling is posted up in the first place.
Okay.
It's like the place everyone gravitates towards, but no one like stays.
Yeah, I'll kind of mosey on over there, kind of breaking off from Sable, because this is probably how we usually do things.
And
You do notice is like you go over there and stand by like all these other people. Smell of shit does disappear.
What was it?
The smell of shit does disappear.
As I get further away?
Yeah.
Like, there's clearly a source.
There's clearly a source.
Okay. I don't. Okay. I'll park myself amongst the wallflowers of
The wallflower.
the wallflowers of the gambling suite, and you can jump to her and what she's gonna do. I'm gonna survey, and I'm gonna look for the guy. I'm gonna look for a patron that seems like he's trying a little too hard with his money.
Got it. Flaunting and showing off.
Well, no. Like, he's not trying. Like, he might have gone that, or I want the guy who is running out.
The desperate man. Yeah.
Give me the desperate, or give me the one who like he has money, but he's not wearing it, but he's showing it. All right, like he just got a payday was today,
Right.
kind of thing, and he's spending it. He's spending it.
As Max walks away, I'm just gonna like real quickly grab him and be like, could I borrow like 20 gold? I'm not gonna use it, just in case. Pretty please. I'll give it right back.
Then why do you need it?
Because I don't have any on me right now, but I'll give it back eventually.
20 plus whatever else you probably already owe me. As I put the 20. Give her. I fish in my pouch and give her 20.
Thank you, Maxie. I'm gonna go and just kind of saunter over to the bar.
Saunter over to the bar.
Does it still smell over by the bar?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I've gone through 4 dice so far. I've got 1 left in my pile.
I also kind of want to add, if I find the shit stain, I want to. Was that a 1?
It's a 2.
Okay. If I find the literal
Rolled.
shit stain, I wish to also keep an eye on, pull him out of my eye, pull him out of the crowd.
What'd you roll on that?
18.
Fuck you!
So
I've rolled all 2s and 3s.
You
Highest
want
I've rolled.
you
was a
want
10.
you want another one? You want another set right there?
No, let me.
You want some? I got my icy hot. Want icy hot? I like to have my dice have
see,
names.
the funny thing is I know that this is one of my old dice. It likes me.
It doesn't. These don't like me. Here,
You
just-
say
just
These are neutral, and I like that lots of times.
Here it is.
Where
Give
it's
me this.
just
give me a second.
highs and lows. Everything in
I'll
between.
find something, but yeah.
All right,
that
but
was a no.
so what, like a 4 for you? From
5.
a 5.
Or +3 perception.
Alright.
I think.
You're trying to like pick people out in the crowd and everything. It's like once again, it's like that faint smell of poop. It's just like it's getting to you.
Okay. Saunter over to the bar and just kind of try and catch the eye of a barkeep.
Barkeep.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually manage to catch the eye of a barkeep who's just slinging drinks, and he's just like, "What do you want?
Wine.
Just wine?
Make it easy on you.
All right." Just pours wine, slams it, spills a lot of it, and
Oh.
goes to the next customer.
Oh, Well, I guess I'm not gonna get any information out of him.
He is busy man. You do notice with the 18, as Sable goes to wander over by the bar, there's a little wake that's being made around her.
conscientiously made.
Yes.
Was that made around me when I parked it near these people?
Nope.
Just her.
Just her.
Just by chance. Do I notice any other feline or animal-like humanoids amongst the crowd?
Amongst the crowd, you notice quite a few. There are.
Okay, so it's not just like a race thing. It's,
No.
I know what the fuck happened, but Sable doesn't. Oh my god.
Is the shit stain her?
Max is putting it together.
Just
That little kid.
the little
That
kid
little kid.
fucked her up.
I have
Oh,
presentation. I
and
can
I
figure
did-
that. Sable doesn't know.
All I do is like I lean down and I just shake my head a little silently, and there's just a little grin. Just
Do I?
Yeah.
And I don't notice that people are.
I just say don't mess with
You
this.
eventually like notice as you turn around sipping wine, trying to catch the eye of people. This is like, there are people avoiding me.
Okay, hang on. Let me.
I'm gonna I just don't mess with the scouts.
Don't mess with the scouts. I have learned my lesson. So 14 insight. Help me piece this together.
Yes.
Prestidigitation. I'm making myself smell like fucking. You know what? I'm going to smell like the sweetest kind of like beautiful beach, just like fresh, salty air, and like just as nice beach as I can. Just freshen up.
Okay.
Like, I honestly don't see her like doing that, but I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just still looking on, and I'm like with a smile, and it kind of slowly fades away as I'm looking again for a target, kind of going through the motions of similar stuff probably have done before, on some level.
Give me a refresher on your perception check. Like,
Oh, from before?
no, like roll another perception.
Oh, okay. That is a lovely dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty. Not as dirty as Sable, but dirty.
Hey.
We will come back to that. Sable,
Not
with
anymore.
your newfound concentration being found, make a perception check.
10.
10. All right, you're actually able to like, despite your anger at the scouts, that you're like, oh okay, I know what's going on now.
Find that
Your
little
little-
shit
your little
stain
grudge.
later.
You manage to kind of focus on like what you're doing here, and you do manage to find that there is just there's a few people to talk to, a few lonely souls. Quite a few people are like talking amongst the bar and everything. There's two like set across from you, like far apart from each other. They're not talking to anyone. They're just sitting there drinking shot after shot. One looks like he's fresh. The other one looks like he is drowning in his sorrows. You got one that's a Triton, who is tattooed with like this glowing ink. Who's just got this very like geometric design of like a magenta going down his arm on his blue skin. And the other is just this old orcish man who's just like fresh starting, who's just sipping away on some whiskey, it looks like.
Okay, so we got Triton that is just shit faced,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the older orcish man.
Yeah.
It's just sipping. Alright, I'm gonna go to the old orcish man first.
Okay. As you go to the old orcish man, no one's parting the crowd anymore and everything. He's just sipping, and you just kind of like slide up next to him with the wine, and he's just like, "Can I help you?"
Oh no, I'm sorry. Was the seat taken?
No,
Is he just sitting and watching? Is he playing a game?
no, he is just sitting like at the bar drinking.
No, I've never been to this establishment before. I'm a little new to this kind of ambiance. I'm not quite good at any of the games yet. Still trying to figure all that out. So, what brings you here?
He kind of smiles to himself. He's like, "Well, hon, I'd be the owner of this fine establishment."
Of all the people.
Oh, really? Well,
Mm.
just my luck.
Well, welcome to the Marrow Casino.
Thank you very much. Sable, I didn't catch your name.
Victor White.
Right.
Victor White.
Victor White.
White.
White like bone marrow. Nailed it.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, Sable.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's quite an interesting place. I guess I never noticed it from the outside. It's quite well hidden.
It is quite well hidden in a singular shack. Yeah, I remember the first day I found it, I got lost in this place.
Oh, you found it. You didn't build it?
No, did not build this.
Oh, fascinating.
Yep, I found it one day, just exploring.
Gotcha.
Yeah, some ghost tricked me in here.
Oh, you're not kidding.
No,
Oh, are there lots of ghosts in here?
not many ghosts in here, and you will recall that you were right outside the ghost ward, which is like a haunted old hard
It's
building.
like actually haunted.
Yeah, it's haunted.
I go to a library bookstore that has a ghost.
Do you think I've ever stepped inside of there?
I feel like you did at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those things where you're just like, this ain't for me.
Yeah. Just be like,
That's a ghost.
it's
I don't
fine.
like books.
No.
That's two for me. I'm out.
Black cat that's scared of ghosts.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, and we're just off the dock ward, but are we close to the docks?
You're close to the docks. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The dock ward is not very landmass heavy. It's very thin.
Gotcha.
Stretched.
Yeah, I
Along
see
the
you.
docks.
You've got a lot of our dock hands here. Seems to be a popular spot for them.
So I wouldn't say the most popular. It's one of the more popular casinos for them.
Oh, fantastic. I will say, I mentioned I walked in. I don't see you have many waitresses around. Seems your bartenders seem to be a little overworked there. Don't you think having someone around to walk the drinks out would help?
Can't keep them employed.
Oh, why's
You're-
that?
No one likes to touch 'em.
No one likes to touch him.
You got a whole bunch of sailors who are pent up and gambling money away. They're going to touch people.
Well, isn't that part of the job?
No. At least I like to have a little bit more respectful establishment. I would lean that to the other casinos. This is more gamble, have some money, drink your sorrows away before you go or after work. I'm not gonna have that type of entertainment here.
Understood. Well, I can definitely appreciate a simple man and a not a simple man.
Strict. Would you say?
Yes.
That's what my employees call me. So
I was just gonna say more classy.
he just like looks down at like his partially ripped shirt and is like, sure.
Whatever you say.
Well, being that it's my first time in your establishment, any games that I should start off on, or any patrons I should steer away from?
Patrons you should steer away from. You see him like kind of turn around, put like both of his arms on the bar and everything, just like scan the crowd. We're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
Or Max. I'm
Yeah.
spelling about your name.
That's
Uh,
fine. I have two.
You have two.
I have both of those things.
At the moment, you have two.
I have both of those things.
But Maximal, you do see, as you're like kind of scanning the crowd with you do notice that there's a person who's just keeps throwing money and has large pile of chips in front of him. Doesn't look like he's down on his luck.
But does he seem excited about it? The prospect of him, like, does he seem like all about it, or is he more just like, all right?
He's more like, all right, just the cool guy that everyone's like pissed at right now.
Oh, okay. He's a little too good.
He's a little too good.
What is he playing?
It looks like he's playing some just blackjacks, just throwing dice.
Okay, so he's blackjack or throwing dice. Those are completely different games.
Throwing dice.
He's throwing some dice. Okay, I was like, those are completely different games.
Gotta.
What new game are you playing? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you said he's throwing dice.
Yes, he's throwing.
Well, that happens to be a game I'm good at.
Oh.
I'm actually proficient with dice. That's my game tool of choice.
I don't think I'm not proficient with any game tools.
I
Ironically,
was my one game I chose dice, and so I'm gonna go over. I'm just gonna go over, and I'm gonna watch him.
Gonna watch him.
I'm gonna watch him and the house, the dealer. Excuse me.
Dealer.
I'm gonna watch him because is he playing with? How many people is he playing with?
Looks like he's got
Full table.
6 other people. So
That's a big table.
It's a big table.
That's a big freaking table. Okay. I'm just gonna observe.
Just gonna observe.
A casual observer trying to play it off as more of like I'm watching him to see if he's too good. If he's too good for his own good, or he really is just having a good day.
Make an insight for his first couple rounds.
I got some of that. Just one insight.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 19.
19.
Yeah. Do I gain a little more because I'm proficient with that?
I'd actually add your proficiency.
I have insight, so I already added my proficiency. Do I get to add again because I have?
Yeah, I would say.
Then 21.
21. All right. You do takes only 2 rounds. See him the first time, he's like, okay, he's pretty damn good. You see him do it the second time, you're like,
He did it again.
he did it again, and you notice that he actually has 2 missing fingers, and it's just like there's a weird flick every time he does it.
He's doing a flick with his hand
Every time.
he's casting something.
Yeah, it looks like he's sleight of hand casting a spell.
He's sleight of hand casting a spell. Okay. And then I look to the dealer, and I see if there's anybody that does he seem like he's a little bit in on it, or he's just doing his thing? There's 5 other people here as well.
Dealer looks like he's in on it.
Dealer's in on it.
Dealer's in on it.
Okay. All right. Jump in or
we need to get some intercom.
well, yeah. No, we don't have any bar speech anything.
Yep.
I got some on the floor over here.
Dude, that would be amazing for us. We need to get on that.
feel like given the circumstances and how things are, I feel like we would have something that we probably would be like, hey, over here, kind of thing.
Like a code word or
A phrase, a wink, a nod, a gesture, something like that.
would that be fair, DM, that we would have something like
I
that?
feel like with our time, that we would probably move together.
Criminal background.
Haunted one.
Lots of one.
A criminal background.
Then no. You are not proficient in Thieves' Camp.
I don't even know Thieves Can either.
No, neither of us know thieves can't.
Right.
We're not
That's,
saying-
that's a rogue thing. It's not a criminal.
That's yeah.
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 You guys
I
are
have
talking-
contact. I have criminal contact. That is what I have.
You guys are talking Thieves' Camp.
I'm talking like between us, like we're in trouble.
Mhm.
Because it's not the first time we've skipped. I don't know. If you feel like we because we didn't have that before, that's fine. I understand.
I'm gonna say probably no.
Then okay,
We will come up with it after
we'll
this.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's for another time.
Another time.
We'll make it good.
Right.
We'll make it good.
Make it good.
All right, but for the time being, I think I would probably, excuse me, I think I'd probably get closer to him,
Okay.
the gentleman, not the dealer. The dealer's grounds for kicking out.
Mhm.
Does everybody noticing is he having conversations with anybody?
The dude
Is he
that's
talking with
The
anybody?
dude that's super chill, not a single thing. Everyone else was talking, just like making comments about him, toward him.
Do they
jealous.
say his name? Anybody know his name?
No one says his name.
No one says his
Because
name.
it doesn't look like he's introduced himself before.
Okay, he's a little fresh like I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him go again. Just confirm any last suspicions that I may have. I'll let him roll one more.
Give me a perception check. Add a bit, because you know what you're looking for.
Okay. Those are both pretty good rolls. But 22.
22.
Yes.
You watch him roll again, and you're like,
19.
he's definitely casting something.
Yeah.
There's a weird flick that he's doing with like his two missing fingers. That's like, okay, he's casting something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't much of a talker, so but I think I found a target. So, I'm gonna go over to him, and I'm just right before he rolls, right before it's judged and casted or whatever for the dice, before he rolls it into it. I'm just gonna do the bump.
Oh, the shoulder bump.
Just a little bit of like, I'm so sorry, like the whole like, oh gee, like because I'm moving around anyway, kind of thing, as I like lean in because I'm pretend to be a little excited about just kind of watching intensely. It's a good gamer,
Right.
as a good patron. Throw him off. I'm trying to throw him off.
Roll me a
Like sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
I'm not trying to be a dick. That is 13.
13.
It's not the best, not the worst.
You show kind of like little shoulder check.
Little like elbow, just a little
And-
bit, yeah.
You do make him fudge his roll. Just like kind of
Yeah.
fuck up his roll, and actually you just like see everyone around the table cheer super loud. And Sable, you notice this is everyone like around one table just cheers absolutely at the top of their lungs, and you just see Max standing over there next to the dude, and he loses like half his stuff just amongst all.
I'm gonna as they're cheering,
Mhm.
I'm going to everyone's like excited and like probably
Yeah, everyone's just
yeah
grabbing
as,
stuff.
when that's happening and like
Goes
he's
to
like
turn and look.
and like I catch him like on the side like in the ear, like I'm gonna whisper to him and I say, you need to split up so much, makes it less conspicuous. As I
Me?
it's a slight intimidation.
Yeah.
Slight intimidation.
Slight
Well, as I kind of stiff arm, like grab his shoulder.
Roll intimidate.
That is a. I have perception. Sorry, not perception. Proficiency. Words. 11.
11.
11. I know it's not great, but it's something.
He kind of like jerks his shoulder away from you. He's like,
That's
nailed it. And he just like looks across at the dealer and is like, all right, start again.
Guess it wasn't very clear. Okay. Does he proceed to just do it again?
No, he doesn't do it again.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna wait, and the moment that he does, I'm gonna bump him again.
bump him again.
I'm gonna bump him. This time a little less. That's just like before it was. That's an accident. The second one is like, hey buddy. It'd be like, come on.
He knows you're there. He rolls. Actually does well his other roll. No fudging.
Yeah, the moment that I see any, like, the moment that I see, the little flick at the last little roll on the die, anything like that.
Make a perception check at advantage.
Okay. 15.
15. He does it on his third try. He's like, okay, a 1-1. I lost one.
Like a good one. Like, that was legit.
That was legit.
Man, that sucks. And then
he does it again, but you shoulder check him again.
I'm not gonna shoulder check. I want to I'm trying to treating my great club as kind of a little bit of like a leaning stick, kind of like a cane, and I'm just gonna put right into the back of the side of his knee.
Roll a hit.
No, there is no intention of hurting at all.
Yes.
This is like a tap.
You want to
Still
roll
gotta
sleight
make
of hand
contact.
attack, or you want to make?
How about on the foot? How's that?
On the foot?
Like a cane stomp, a
Yeah.
little bit like a cane check on the foot.
Yeah. Roll sleight.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Oh yeah, he fucks up that roll again. He
It does
immediately
kick
fucks
out.
up that roll. And then it's just like more money's lost. He's just like, alright. Understood. And then he basically he pulls away. He pulls out.
He cleans out the table.
He cleans out the table. Gets up, steps away. Sable, you're watching this whole thing go on. Give me a perception check.
Did my guy ever answer my questions?
Oh,
He was asking who to watch out for.
yes.
We'll come back.
Which-
My perception is a 17.
17, which is what this was perception was for too. So, as your focus is drawn toward the table and everything, you just kind of see him. He's like, you probably want to watch out for him, and it takes you a minute for him to be like, oh shit, just like look over and look kind of vaguely where he's pointing. You don't know why he's there, but there is that guard that you guys fought, just kind of walking around patrolling.
The guard?
The guard?
The same one?
The same.
The one that's for the police?
Yes,
And he's here?
he is there. Why?
How did I not see him? How did I not see him?
Reasons.
Of course.
Yeah. He's pointing out, and he's just kind of going around to tables, looking over things. You do see him sit down at that blackjack table and start to play.
Gotcha. I'm gonna as soon as I see him, I'm just gonna kind of
That's a better target.
just so that guy over there. What was that accent?
Whatever that was.
So that guy over there, you said the one that was just making all that hubbub.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who that is?
Man sitting at that table up there? No, I haven't seen him. Or the other skinny individual next to him.
Yeah, no idea.
No. That's new. Day for new patrons. I got 3 of them,
Including myself?
including yourself.
Ah, okay. So then the
That I've noticed.
lawman over at the other table is a regular.
He comes in at least once a week.
Fascinating. Didn't really
I thought the lawman was one of the new ones. Sorry.
know.
I was about to say, we're being followed.
No, he's
I was
already
like, that's different.
That's what I was checking on.
Oh, okay. I was like, that is
Interesting. I wouldn't think that it is not any offense at all, but I wouldn't take this establishment to be one for members of the law to frequent.
Well, he's interesting.
Is he now?
We turn a blind eye to certain things. He's only here for business. We have an understanding.
Oh. I feel like I'm prying so much. I'm just so curious about what you mean by that.
Well, you should know something being in the mafia. That, well, certain people you have in your pockets and you get information through them. You should be very familiar with this table. As he just takes a slow sip of his whiskey.
You never said your name.
I did take my name.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I'm just gonna take her just down the rest of my wine. Just what gave me away?
Gave you away?
Your accent that just went away.
That's still there.
I was joking.
Still there.
It dropped it for a second. I was just
Yeah, it went from say normal talking or
like, what gave me away?
Now, if I told you that, it'd take all the fun away from me. I have my own secrets too.
Okay, well, if I'm gonna be going to other establishments, I need to know how to not give myself away if I'm trying to be discreet. Help a gal out here.
Make a persuasion check.
Evade taxes. Commit violence.
Don't you-
13.
13.
13.
Well, before I tell you what's in it for me,
Use the
Just kind of look around, like, well, we may be working with one family, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we necessarily belong to them. We're more like freelancers, my brother and I.
Threw me on the bus.
You don't know who you are. I'm just saying that I have a brother.
I understand.
You might think my brother's a tabaxi.
So you're offering a task.
Perhaps. I know I'm particularly good at weeding out unfavorable individuals from a crowd and gathering information, and this seems like the perfect little pool to gather all sorts of useful little nuggets.
I can gather a lot of information in my own little establishment myself. I don't see why I would need information on the inside. Unless you could provide some information on the outside.
Well, what kind of information are you looking for? I'm sure as long as it doesn't, intervene with our current affairs, then I see no problem.
Make another persuasion check.
Try another dice. Ooh, lot better. That's gonna be a 23.
Tell you what. I know that you have information and items that were taken from a certain someone's apartment or abode. I want to know, is the Kane family involved in any way? And if they are, remove it.
I see. So then I believe it is fair to say that you are not a part of the Kane family. I'm
No.
not familiar with their employees.
No, he's saying if there's information in the books.
He wants anything that would lead the Kane family to the
To that,
murder
to get rid of
to
it.
get rid of it, if there is.
Gotcha.
That's what he's saying.
So then, okay, well then change my question. Then what stake do you have in the Kane family? Since you want it removed so badly.
Protection. I want any. He kind of looks around, makes sure no one's listening. He's like, I want any involvement with Mr. Plumbell to be removed. I know what it is. I just want any record of it to be gone.
Well, that's perfectly fine. However, at the moment, it seems that the Kane family might be a little bit more involved than just some records. That's what I'm here to find out.
Deeply breathing is like,
Records, I can handle. Actions can't be taken back.
I know nothing of actions. That is not my job, I would say.
Well, then perhaps you could point me towards the person that could give me that information. That's all I'm here for.
Right now, we're establishing a trade of information for how
Very well. Well then, records to be expunged. I'm sure we can handle that.
deal. And upon that trade, he takes out this 3 pieces of paper from his pocket and hands them over to you.
Are they torn?
They're not.
They're,
They're clean little square
Oh.
white piece of
I
paper
thought
on
they
one
were
side.
from the church.
They're screen little white squares on one side. Flip them over. There's photographs.
Oh, we have legit photography in this.
There's
world.
legit photography. It's in the intro.
I know. I was just like, is it like Hogwarts? Is it like Harry Potter?
No.
Do they move?
No, it does not.
It's like a
Alright.
GIF. It's just a GIF of like 3 seconds.
I got 3 pictures.
3 pictures. 2 of them are before and after of Mr. Plumbell. Before you guys went searching his body and after you searched his body. Basically suggesting that he was moved, someone was there. The other is of you two jumping out the window.
We jumped out the window.
These are crime photos.
These involve our friend over there. Our friend.
Yes, it does.
Well, obviously he knows who you're referring to now because he sees me. He's seen me.
Well.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
that's a very where'd you get these?
He literally like just points to you and it's like, I'd be Mr. Wickbane.
Wickbane.
I need to memorize that.
Well,
name.
he's the bane of my fucking existence.
He's about to get wigged.
I see. And I suppose our little agreement couldn't, involve getting rid of Mr. Wickbane in any way. That
I can't do it. Mr. Wickbane. We have too much agreement. And if something went wrong, he knows a little too much information.
well, then maybe, eye for an eye, friend for a friend. You can get him off my pretty little tail.
Possibly.
Cool, because he's been a giant pain in it thus far.
Right.
We tried to take care of him, but apparently it didn't work as well as we thought.
Funny thing with photographs can do to fill the blanks of memory.
Are these the only photographs that he has, or are these just copies?
Those are the ones that were handed to me.
Well. Oh, wait, do I? Hang on.
And because you're a furred individual, and the Kane family employs mostly furred or non-humanoids, well, it immediately got tracked down to us.
I see. My apologies in that. Well, again, probably not that long. probably would have ended up down here anyway, even if I hadn't been there.
Yeah.
Again, question though. You didn't answer it before. You don't happen to know anybody a little higher up in the family that I might be able to talk to, or even someone that maybe doesn't know who I am or what I look like?
First, I have to scratch the ears of someone that would listen. So, one, I don't know who would listen, at least not yet. That will give me some time. Kane family doesn't run like a normal family where there's usual hierarchies. It's more of a council.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I think the memory serves me right. The best listener is currently on that expedition. So it's going to be a little bit before I can get them on hand. I have to see if the other ones will listen at all.
Gotcha. Well then, I suppose you wouldn't mind if I just wandered around your establishment and discreetly gathered a little bit of information.
Sure. Just try to keep out of his eyesight. I'll try to keep him entertained.
I appreciate that. And again, we're not trying to cause any problem between the families, but considering that as it stands between you and me, it seems that somebody in your family or in your corner has made an attempt on somebody in our corner. It's become a little bit more pressing matters.
What proof of you do you have of this?
Well, my brother could certainly show you the wounds he got from him.
And how do they tie to the Kane family? That's my concern.
Well, that's
Unless
what I'm
I
trying.
have someone going rogue.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Did just mention that they were known to hire people who
Yes.
weren't human.
The individual in question would be one of the furred individuals that you spoke of earlier.
Also, just 130.
Understood.
So that's what I'm here to find out, trying to disprove my theory.
Well, I want to avoid the stereotype of employing furred individuals, seeing as they're not one of us. And I'm going to assume this other one's not one either.
Well, this was the next plausible stop, so I would be happy to prove otherwise.
Let's do it. As he proceeds to down the whiskey and get up and go.
Alright.
Right. And I believe we'll come back to you and your little gambling expedition.